Hello everyone, I'm ZerkRexRoar, and today I will be talking about what you can expect from the upcoming Team Sonic racing game and give you some useful info on whether this game is for you to get it or not. I'll be stating my opinion on some things as well, but we'll stick to the facts for the most part to give you a good perspective of the game. Perhaps there will be plenty of things mentioned in this video that you already have seen or heard about, so I will try my best to not go on about the most common known things. But of course, this is not the case for everyone. How about we get started? The introduction. So Team Sonic Racing is a third installment of the Sonic All-Stars Racing games, and like its predecessors, it is being developed by Sumo Digital. However, unlike its predecessors, Team Sonic Racing is, like it suggests in the name of the game, a team-based racing game. It is to combine some of the best elements of arcade and fast-paced style racing, which Team Sonic Racing has the player face off with friends in an intense multiplayer racing. Even though it is part of the All-Stars Racing games, it is not a direct sequel to the All-Stars Racing Transformed, say by Sega's community manager Aaron Webber. Unlike the previous two games, the developers have aimed to make the game stand out compared to the other racing games and make the experience more about sharing a victory amongst your friends. Sonic Heroes was used as a reference for the cooperative team gameplay. Takashi Iizuka from Sonic Team gave an interview about the game saying the following: "When battling friends, there will always be one that's excited and the others that are unhappy. This didn't create the best experience, so after witnessing that, I asked myself, why does this have to happen while playing with friends? Based on that, I came up with the concept of everyone sharing a victory." So with that being said, I can totally understand what he's trying to say. For example, take any racing game out there. There will always be someone in first place and then there's the rest. But with this idea, it would be an entire team of players that could share their excitement of a victory in a race instead of it just being one player. Makes sense, right? A very interesting idea and concept for a racing game, I must admit. However, it being about having an amazing multiplayer experience with your friends doesn't mean there ain't no single player action, of course. So for those wanting to play the game solo, that is still definitely possible, obviously. The game's initial release was planned for December 2018, however was delayed to May 21st in 2019. The publisher had the following statement to say: "During this additional time, Sega and Sumo Digital will continue to hone the title to enhance the player experience to ensure Team Sonic Racing delivers the best gameplay experience possible." I personally think this is a good choice they've made. However, not solely to improve the game as much as possible, but also due to Smash Ultimate being released in December. Regardless of when the game would have been released in December 2018, I feel that this might have hindered the sales. Regardless of whether both games are in a completely different genre, you can still see what I mean by that. So I'm glad they delayed it. From what I've heard from people who have tried out the game, is that the gameplay is absolutely wonderful and we should not be sleeping on it. Now that we've covered all of that, let's move on to the in-game content. The characters. So there are a total of 15 characters in the game, containing many of the original characters who made their appearances in the previous game, as well as some new ones to name such as Silver, Blaze, and Vector. Supposedly, we'll see some DLC in the future, and kinda makes me wonder if we'll see any of the other Sega-related characters again. But perhaps we will see some new third-party characters in the future as DLC as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Character types. So every character has a different type. The total amount of types is 3, which are Speed, Technique, and Power. Each of these types consists of their own pros and cons. Let's take the Speed type as an example. Speed will have the fastest top speed, balanced handling, but poor acceleration, while the other two might not be the fastest, might have even better handling and acceleration. You'll just have to see what you prefer and what fits your playstyle during the race the most, but you'll get plenty of time to figure that out. Setting up a team. Now obviously, you'll have to set up a team, and with these types giving you the ability to choose just what kind of team you want, if you want to go for a balanced team by picking Sonic, Tails and Knuckles so that you have all 3 types, or you could pick Sonic along with 2 other speed types to go all out for having the fastest top speed. Does that make sense? I think it does. Or maybe you're more of a power type of person and wish to go for 3 power types in a team. That's what gives the team setup an actual meaning and makes it very fun at the same time. Tracks. According to Takashi Iizuka, there are a total of 21 tracks in the game. This means there is the same amount of tracks, just like in Transform, which also had 21 tracks. From what we've seen is that there are 4 tracks revealed at this time, which are Wisp Circuit, based on Planet Wisp, Ice Mountain, based on Ice Cap supposedly, Market Street, based on Swigonia, aka Rooftop Run, and Boo's House, which we have not seen any footage of unlike the other 3 and only has its music released for Halloween, as it was quite fitting for Halloween, I must admit. However, I must say that I find the tracks we have seen so far look absolutely gorgeous and so colorful, especially Market Street. It looks so good, it makes me just want to replay the map over and over again just to check out every little detail. I'm personally hoping we'll still get to see a track based on Seaside Hill, just like in the other games. I absolutely love how we had so many tracks based on it back in the first game and loved Ocean View and Transform. So I'm really hoping to see them bring it back. However, I can see them including a track based on City from Sonic Forces, or perhaps even one based off Studio Polyzone from Mania. But we'll just have to wait and see, as these are the only ones we know of at this time. The soundtrack. When it comes down to the music of the games, I'm always a big fan as I listen to the soundtracks of the games on a daily basis, whether it is from Sonic 3 or from Riders or even Colors, you name it, and I can definitely tell you I'm listening to it because the soundtrack has always been amazing of every Sonic game. But who is one of those people you know always give you that eargasm when you listen to the songs he's composed? That's right, Junsen Oe, ladies and gentlemen, the songwriter and lead guitarist of Crush 40, is the composer of the game. Thankfully, this also meant that we were getting a new Crush 40 song featured, which we did. Green Light Ride, which is the game's theme song, was performed by none other than Crush 40. So you expect this soundtrack of the game to be absolutely amazing and can probably just chill on the main menu to listen to the theme song. That's what I plan to do. Game modes. The last thing left to talk about, the game modes. So you can expect that to be the adventure mode, which is basically Sonic and his friends receiving a letter and being invited to participate and race in the Grand Prix. You can imagine it like the campaign mode, quote unquote, like the World Tour mode in Transform, for example. So if you're all about playing alone, you'll have plenty of time to kill by playing this game mode. A single race mode where you can choose any track to play with your favorite character. Perhaps even some kind of a battle, which is like local only. And then of course the online multiplayer, which is where I'll be spending most of my time in the game for sure. Last but not least. Of course, not everything is revealed about the game yet, but there are plenty of things shown that makes me want to get the game, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. May 2019 is still many months away, so you've got plenty of time to think about it. And I hope I've made your choice a bit easier after you've watched this video. So what do you think of the game right now? Will you be getting the game? And if so, on which platform? Feel free to comment down below and let me know. With that said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.